Good morning, guys. How are we? It's been probably, I don't know, maybe 6 months since we've last done a YouTube video. I think the last one was Emu Creek, Dave?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we did that. We've sort of been deciding whether we should upgrade a car. Not sure what we wanted to upgrade to. We've done so much homework, YouTubing. Obviously the new Land Cruisers come out and the Patrol. So off we went to Toyota and drove one of each. Pleasantly surprised that the Patrol was super comfy, really well, it just drove really well on the road. You know, it was really quite comfy. We're really Land Cruiser Toyota people. Really had in our head, I'm like, nah, not going with the Patrol, not a fan. Very drony, and I know everyone just puts their upgrades and stuff to have it louder, and I was just like, nah. Had in my head, nah, we're not going with the Patrol before we even left home. So got in the it was a Y62. Which one?
Just a TI.
A TI, okay. Yeah, and was pleasantly surprised. So then after that, we jumped into the Land Cruiser 300. Yeah, so we were sort of swayed quite quickly. And they had one in the lot that was secondhand. So of course everyone knows that the wait is 6 months plus for either car. Dave, being so impatient, never likes to wait for anything. So we deliberated for about 2 weeks. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? The 79, you know, great car, and the decision behind really getting rid of it was as you know, if you haven't followed us along right from the beginning, we built the car from scratch, and we've got a brand new van, and we were going to set off with it was a Lotus, going to set off around Australia for the second time, and COVID hit smack bang right when everything was ready. So we came up to Karratha, where we lived previously, and as sort of COVID progressed, we decided we'd just stay here. We bought another house, and we've been here roughly how long, Dave?
Nearly 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. Both in great jobs. Love the town. And then just with family, and you know, we're so far away because our family are actually in Perth, in WA. So we decided that sorry about the truck that just went past. We decided that we really need to be a little bit closer to family. So we bought a house back down in Perth area, and we're working towards leaving. So we did buy a boat in between. We had the Zone, which we took down to Emu Creek. Then we ended up getting rid of that. Got a boat. I love fishing, but you know, I get the whole seasick thing going on. So we decided we'd get rid of that and order a new caravan. We won't tell you what that is right now, but we have ordered one. It'll be ready in December. So we're really wanting to sort of just touch base, and with the move back to Perth, we're thinking we can probably then do more YouTubing, more caravanning, camping out, which we haven't had the opportunity to do here because it's quite hot and there's not a lot of places to go when it's hot. So yeah, that's going forward. That's what we're sort of thinking of doing. So we won't be doing the long-term traveling like we originally set out to do. And we feel like the 79 was set up for full-time traveling, and you know, driving it around town is just not doable. It's just not set up for that. So we made the decision, quite sadly, really. We're a bit sort of sad to see it go yesterday, and letting somebody else maybe enjoy the vehicle that's what it was set up for. So we went back and we actually bought a
Y62.
Yeah, so you know, we're going to give it a go. We feel like, you know, the fatigue side of things will be a lot better on us when we're traveling. Yeah, and we seem quite pleased with it. We just had a little drive of it yesterday, just around town and stuff like that. And today we're going to set out off to do a little bit of four-wheel driving. Clearly we haven't set it up for anything yet. Stay 1.
Yeah, it's stock standard.
So we're going to probably not do over the top, you know, we're probably, you know, with weight and all that sort of stuff. So we'll probably just, you know, you can follow along and see what we make some changes with. Yeah, so this is first step to heading towards getting back onto YouTube, doing a bit more camping. We're hoping once we move back down Perth area that we can sort of head off most weekends. There's a lot more places down there that you can just take off and chill out for the weekend. So we'll take you along today and show you where we go, and I'll hand you over to Dave and he can sort of tell you a little bit about the car.
Okay, so we obviously it was not an easy decision to get rid of the 79. We have kept a little bit of it. We stuck the number plates for Dave 79 onto the Y62. We ended up getting a TIL, so the top of the range one. It's stock standard. Obviously we'll put tyres, maybe a 2-inch lift and a bull bar on it, but that's about it. We're not going to go silly over the top with this one. And we'll go, look, a lot of people carry on about the fuel in these. I mean, our 79 was worse than this in fuel. You know, we're probably around 17 litres just driving around, but when you stuck the big van on the back, we're up around close to 30 litres to the 100 towing the big van, and so the fuel's not going to be any different. If not, this will be a lot better, especially around, like yesterday we're driving, we were sort of averaging about 12.5 as we'll per 100, so we're gaining there. So
and so obviously we were thinking, like, if we bought secondhand because Dave doesn't like to wait, 1.
Yeah.
2, we're thinking if we actually really like it, we then probably will go ahead and
so there is a
order one.
A couple of people coming out now that are doing GVM and GCM upgrades, but to get it legal here in WA, it has to be pre-rego. So we'll try this one out, and if we really like it, what we might do is towards the end of next year order one brand new and have the GVM and GCM upgrade. I think they said it's around 15 grand, but that includes your 5 new rated tyres and rims, which will give you 495 GVM, and I think you said it still can tow the 3.5 tonnes, so you'll get a combined of 7,995. Yeah. But we'll look more into that once we get going with it.
Yeah, so it's pretty stock standard. I'll get Dave to take you around. You can actually have a look at it. And then we'll catch you a bit later. We're just going to go for a little drive. Nothing too dramatic today because obviously we haven't got a snorkel and it's been a bit of water around. So, yeah.
It'll be just a bit of dirt track driving.
Yeah.
And that's about it. So we ended up going for the colour. We were tossing up between white and this dark charcoal sort of colour. I didn't have much choice because it was the only one on the lot. So, but we're happy with the colour that we got. Everything, like we said, stock standard. Probably the first thing we'll do is take off the front bumper and put on a bull bar on the front. So still tossing up which way we'll go with that, but yeah, we'll just have to see. All right, well, we'll leave it there for now. We're going to pack up and we'll sort of start heading out just a couple of close places around town, and we'll go from there.
All right, we've just got off the road. We're heading to a place called Devil's Creek. And how did the fuel consumption go on the way down?
Isn't it? So, I don't know, the tyres aren't right, but it's saying 12.1 we got down to.
That's pretty good.
So, here nor there, we'll actually see what it is once we actually fill up and 2 litres to proper kilometres.
So yeah, as you can see, we've had a fair bit of rain. It's nice and green. We haven't been out for a while, haven't done any sort of four-wheel driving for a while. So yeah, we'll just cruise along and show you a bit when we get a bit further along.
This is where we actually brought our caravan out here, up through this pass. Last time we didn't film it, we were just sort of spur of the moment out for the weekend, an overnighter.
It's not that actually far from Karratha, so there's lots of little places you can come out and camp out here in the Pilbara. It's really nice. We're really lucky actually to have such a nice country to actually just park up and chill out for the weekend. We sort of meet a lot of people, and you know, a lot of people from over east, and they're like, oh my god, there's just nothing like WA. I think we're really lucky to be in such a great state for camping and all that sort of thing.
Last time we brought the van out here, it was dry and there was hardly any water in the water hole, but we had some friends out here last week and they said the water's right up, so
we'll check it out.
It'll be interesting to see. But they said they got here about 8 o'clock in the morning. There was only 2 or 3 people here, but by the time the afternoon come on Saturday or Friday, there was about 15, 16 people out here, or different vehicles, you know.
Okay, looks like there's a camper. Oh, yeah. Probably thinking how rude, we've just encroached in on their little space. Watch out for that kid's push bike.
Obviously they're out exploring, but
Must
yeah,
be.
there is a fair bit of water there.
Yeah, look at all that water. Just put the window down. It's a nice little spot. How far you reckon it's from Karratha?
About 60, 70 k's.
Yeah. So nice little weekender.
We actually dragged our 21-foot caravan in here. Parked up here. We'll just see if there's anything. We'll stop and have a look.
Have some morning tea. We brought our coffees with us. Oh, there's some people up here. And a biggie. Alright, so officially the car's dirty. What? All the budgies are nesting?
You can hear all the budgies in the hollows of the trees up here nesting.
Such a pretty spot. Let's take you down to the water a little bit. Yeah, we're just having a coffee and a bicky. Not a nice Volvo, but Monte Carlo today. So pretty. Oh, yabby nets. So we're gonna do a bit of forward driving up this. So I'm walking up so we can film it so it's a little bit more steadier rather than being in the car and all over the shop. So I'm just climbing to the top and we'll film Dave coming up.
Okay, sorry about the wind, but just we did come up from right down the bottom there, right up on top of the hill that overlooks Karratha. That was the track we just come up. Okay, we just parked up here. Let's walk down the track a little bit so you can see. We're right out into the bay. So I won the bad trip today. Everything seemed to go alright. Just think I need to put a bit of a lift kit on it, I think, just to get it up the ground a little bit. The standard tyres, I think I'll wait till they wear out. But she's pretty low at the front. That's the only thing that worries me about. Clearance is up this, that front bumper's pretty big, so I think the first one will be getting a bull bar on it. But apart from that, done alright. Nice and comfortable.
Alright, so we're back home. How do you think it went? How was the fuel? The whole situation, how did you feel about the car?
Yeah, like I said up on top of the hill, I think I'm in two minds on whether I lift it. Definitely tyres and a bull bar. Yeah, fuel, it's saying 13.8, but we done a bit of four-wheel driving. I noticed when you start driving real slow, it uses a bit more than it did on the highway. But on the highway, we were down to about, with a tailwind, we're doing 12.1. With the headwind on the way back, we're doing 12.8. According to the thing, it's just under, used just under half a tank according to the gauge, and they reckon there's still 545 k's, but it wasn't set when I got it, so we'll just wait and see. I'll fill it up and get a better thing, but here's what it is. If it uses more, it uses more. Who cares?
That's it.
Yeah, but as a whole, yeah, very nice, very comfortable, very quiet.
Happy so far?
Yeah. When you want to give it to her, I was trying and keep it under as economical as I could, but when you give her a boot full, she does get up and go, so no worries about passing vehicles. So I'm going to give it a hose down now, get all this dust and that off, and put it back in the carport. At least this car fits in the carport, not like the old 79s you had to sit out in the front yard. So
cool.
All right.
Cheers guys. We'll see you next round. Bye bye.